Good evening, welcome. I'm Jim James. You're watching Catch It Live Sports. Huddersfield against the Wigan Warriors. We've just kicked off. If you're a Wigan Warriors fan, good timing. Huddersfield just conceding a penalty with a ball steal. Don't need to go through the team lineups like I normally do we? You can see them both on either side. We're going to bringing it forward with Havard. Not expecting any upset here tonight, I've got to be honest. I think it's going to be a case of, and this is despite what happened earlier in the season when Huddersfield turned Wigan over at the Brick Community Stadium. What a shocking result that was for the Warriors. Not expecting an upset tonight. Wigan 10 yards out. Thompson keeps driving it towards that line. He's stopped about 3 yards short. 4 tackles gone, and I think there's a bit of a schmozzle on the go. There is indeed. There's been a bit of bad blood between these two teams right from the very start. Tarney Milne is involved in that for Huddersfield. Not saying he started it because I didn't see the start of it. It was in the background. I'm not sure if there was punches thrown there initially, you know. Then there was a punch thrown in there. I'm not sure who, whether it was a Wigan player or a Huddersfield player. Who was it? Somebody threw one. They lost their rag in the end and thought, stuff it. Now, we didn't see from that picture. Good to see Austin Daniel in there, the youngster. Getting in there. Get on in. Loads of exciting stuff coming for Catch It Live Sport, by the way. We've got some new graphics that are going to be coming, some new animations as well. So although we can't show live footage, we all know why we can't show live footage. You just can't. But you can show what has happened. And if what has happened has been, how do I say this, has happened in a previous game, we can show you that. Because all we will be doing is analysing what has happened. Fair use policy would definitely kick in there. So for instance, if Zach Eckersley scores a try tonight in at the corner, if Zach Eckersley has scored a try in at the corner in a previous game, well, why can't we show you that? We can, and we will. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get all the, let's call them clips, all the clips for analysing, getting them put together, and we will do. Right, so after that schmozzle, we're going to, the referee's just given both sets of players are talking to, both captains and both players involved. And we carry on. Right, better reset my clock. 2 minutes. Doesn't matter, Sweden. 2 minutes and 53. We're back up and running. George Marsden playing for the Warriors tonight. I'm excited to see that. Harry Smith, 15 yards out, puts a little chip kick into the corner, lands about 5 yards out. It's knocked back by Wardle, picked up by Huddersfield. So, decent enough attempt by Wigan at the end there, well defended by Huddersfield. Do you know, if Huddersfield put a performance in tonight and turned the Warriors over, what is Jim Lenihan, what is he going to be, what does that say about the players? What does it say about the players? I think it says a lot, and none of it positive. I mean, they've already, out of the 2 games that Huddersfield have won so far this season, as we know, one of them was against Wigan at Wigan. How can they put, alright, Wigan didn't play well, but ultimately, Sheffield, that kick came in, he was waiting for the ball going dead. It stopped about a yard short. So he had to pick it up and then scamper to get back in the field of play. Managed to get to the 10-yard line, so he redeemed himself there. Eckersley drives it forward. Harry Smith comes in now at dummy half. McDermott had a good game last time out. Drives it up to the 20. Tell you what I do notice about this game. Garth Smith says, good evening, Jimmy. Hope it's a great game. Garth, it will be. Every game of rugby league is a great game, I think. And if you get your team taking the 2 points, it's just the cherry on top of the cake. I think rugby league is always the winner. And long may it continue to be that way. I've often said this, if you're a neutral and you're watching, say, a football match, a soccer match, if you're in America, but a football match, if it's a bit of a naff game, then you've no skin in it, so it's just a bit boring, if I'm honest. If it's a good game, end to end, you're getting goals and incident that, then all right, if it, as a neutral, it's worth watching. But if it's a 0-0 draw and there's not much incident, you're kind of wasting 2 hours of your life watching it. Not so with a rugby league game. I think rugby league, it's not just about the score, it's about the competition. And what I mean by that is, it's about the competition between the players as well as the team. You know, you get individual battles, you get individual bravery, you get individual skill. Just love watching rugby league. Rugby union, I can take it or leave it. Like I've often said, down where I live in Devon, it's nearly all, 99% it's rugby union. My son used to play rugby union, and he played, I think when he was 19, he played 1 game of rugby league as a pre-season friendly for a team. And he came off and he said he was absolutely fagged out. And I mean fagged out within the first 10 minutes. Just couldn't believe, you know, the speed of play, the intensity of the play. You know, every play, if you're involved, you're using energy. If you're not involved, you've got to get back 10 yards. You know, it's constant movement. It's a quick play of the ball. With the rugby union, you've got constant breaks, haven't you? You've got scrums, you've got line-outs, you've got penalties galore. We don't see that in rugby league, and that's why the fitness levels in rugby league, I believe, are way higher than rugby union. I mean, rugby union has sped up, but it's still slower as a spectacle than rugby league. So, Garth Smith, it will be a good night, my friend. Thanks for commenting in live chat, by the way. Are you supporting the Warriors tonight? Well, hey, put a kick in there on the last tackle. It hit Harry Smith. I think it's just going to be the turnover now. Wigan will have the ball on the 10-yard line. Harry Smith holds the ball up and sort of says, look, I need somebody to come in at dummy half if we're going to get this back underway. Good to see George Marsden in the team tonight as well. Let's see what he can do. He's, from what I've seen of George Marsden so far, for a young lad, he is going to be a good replacement for Harry Smith when he hangs his boots up, which is no time soon. He's just signed that 4-year contract, hasn't he, Harry Smith, to keep him at Wigan until 2030. Garth Smith says, Wigan forever. I'm with you there, mate. Ooh. I'm with you there, I'm wrecking my desk. Wigan bringing it up to the 30. One thing I've noticed about this ground Huddersfield play on, obviously it's shared with the football, but on normally the 20-yard line, 20-metre line, whatever you want to call it, it's normally red, isn't it? So it stands out, and for obvious 40-20s it's there. Not so with Huddersfield, it's white. Daniel getting in down the edges, brought down by Tiny Milne on the 5th. Smith from 15 yards out puts a crossfield kick into the right hand side. Adam Kieran competes for it, can't take the ball, and it's Huddersfield inside their own 10. Gagai in at dummy half, spreads it right up to the 10. Rush sends it to the left hand side up to the 20. 3 tackles gone though. Good to see Jai Field back in the team. Disappointed last time out, I've got to be honest. That try for Austin Daniel didn't count. In my book, I've watched it. I watched it live. I thought it was a try then. I watched the highlights to see if there was a different angle. For me, it was a try. And it would have been a fantastic try as well. And to have that chalked off because of insufficient evidence, because it's a blurry picture. If the on-field decision had been a try, it wouldn't have been overturned, put it that way. So I feel he was a little bit unlucky, was Austin Daniel. Penalty for Wigan on Wigan's 40. Huddersfield messing about the play of the ball. Do you know, tonight, because of the kit, I will do it. I just know I will. So I'll apologise in advance. If I call them Hull. And who was the game on the Magic weekend? I didn't do a live stream of it, but I was watching it and I thought, Jimmy, it's a good job you're not live streaming this because you'd have a nightmare, son. There was, I'm not sure if it was York. Who did York play? Was it? I'll have to have a check. Whoever York played at the Magic weekend, it was a shocker. And I'll tell you for why. The kit clash was unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was. That's what I was just thinking, and it reminded me. It was Huddersfield and York, and the only bit of difference in the kit from when you was watching it on the TV was there was a little bit of yellow in York. Real kit clash. I don't know how they got away with it. Kick comes in there from Wigan on the last, and it's knocked on by Huddersfield. So it's going to be another set of 6. It'll be scrum, head and feed to the Warriors on Huddersfield's 10. And it was Jai Field tried putting a little kick through, and then it was knocked on by, who's that? Connor Wrench, number 34 for Huddersfield. He had to go for the ball, don't get me wrong, but he could have done without the knock on, because now centre field 10 yards out, scrum, head and feed to Wigan. Which way do they go? Well, the way they're lining up, it looks like they're probably going to come to the right hand side, unless it's a bluff. Marsden feeds that ball in. It is a bluff. They're going to go to the left hand side now. Marsden, they read it well, Huddersfield defence there. They were trying to get the overlap with Austin Daniel there. Defender didn't commit himself, which if he had have done, that would have been the opening try, but he sort of stood his ground. Smith will have to take the tackle there. Ethan Havard drove through the line without the ball. 3 tackles gone. Cade Ellis drives it in just to the left of the post, about 5 yards out Wigan. 4 tackles gone. Havard keeps it going right. Marsden to Field. Field is now coming back to the left hand side, going lateral. And as he was going to do, the ball slipped out of his hand, so it would have been a forward pass, picked up by Huddersfield. I'm not sure why the referee's not giving the knock on there, not the forward pass, sorry. I thought there was a knock on in there as well, but also he played on, and Huddersfield were only just outside of their own goal line. Unless he's saying it's not forward and it came off Wardle's thigh, it possibly did. Either way, we move on. It's a warm evening again for playing rugby league, isn't it? Do you know, Huddersfield have got a penalty, by the way, inside their own 5. There was a high tackle in there. Do you know, speaking of kick clashes, the referee's on thin ice. Huddersfield's black and white stripes go that way, the referees go that way. Which, when you look, you can see it's obviously him, but I also put Huddersfield in the, if you look down there, other side to Wigan, down there, I put them in the, like, brown from what the brown kit was, like their old home kit. I thought they might have played in that tonight. I don't even know if they have that as a kit anymore. That's another penalty given away by Wigan. offside on the halfway line. So cheap yardage here for Huddersfield. Do you know, Huddersfield, they need to start picking up points, don't they, or else they're going to be in the Championship next season. I know the extra team came into the Super League, didn't they? It's now a 14-team league, but there's going to be no... Well, they're in the right-hand side, opening scorer of the game for Huddersfield. Who's that? It's number 4, Tani Milne. Wigan gave the penalty away on the halfway, offside, and it took, what, 2 tackles and Huddersfield are over. Who are that from Wigan down the right-hand side? 3 tries in Super League so far this season for Tani Milne. Do you know, this performance from Huddersfield, where was it when they played... Excuse me, where was it when they played York? Because they were absolutely dire. They were diabolical against York. Diabolical against St Helens. Diabolical against Hull FC. And yet, they go to Wigan, they get the 2 points. Wigan come to them and they're playing like world beaters. Jim Lenihan, he must... I wonder what he's thinking now. If they've got a lead at half-time, Huddersfield, or if they go on to take the 2 points today, I don't think they will, but, you know, if they did, he's got to go in at half-time, or at the end of the game and say, are you lot taking the piss out of me and the fans? Where is this performance? Why is it not like this every week? They can't get the conversion, so it'll be a 4-point lead at the moment for Huddersfield. Yeah, live chat is open, so let me know your thoughts. Who are you supporting? Who do you think is going to win Super League? It's getting tight at the top, isn't it, this season? We can get us back underway. Just check the clock's all right. It's only a few seconds in it. Yeah, let me know in live chat. And when it's quiet like this, it's good because we can read them out live on air. There's plenty of time to do it and debate whatever you want. Or if you want to just get a comment out there, we can let the world know what your comment is. Within reason. Well, who's that? Harry Rushton. Good drive there. Approaching halfway now, Huddersfield. Down that right-hand side. 4 tackles gone. Throwing it about nicely, Huddersfield. Now trying to go right to left. Gagai goes to the halfway line. Centre field. Now the kick comes in. Tuilolahea puts a high kick in. Jai Fields underneath it. Up to the 20. Marsden comes in at dummy half. You know, last time out when the Warriors played at Warrington, the young lads that came in, oh, they were superb. Absolutely superb. I mean, Shea O'Connor, McDermott, Cartwright got man of the match, didn't he? Can't argue with it. Thought they were absolutely fantastic. And I have to say, I've never seen Matty Pete during a game really as animated as he was. And animated in a positive way. You know, to see him punch in the air, I think he almost felt like they were almost like his own children that he's moulded into these rugby league players, and then you see them coming out. Blimey, that was a bit of a high tackle on Marsden. Now he gets rubbed on the top of his head because he's knocked it on in the tackle. And he's only a young lad, so I don't know why would they do that to him. He won't bother. He just apologises to the lads and says, yeah, my mistake. But bit of shithousery that on a youngster. All right, you've ploughed into him and he's knocked the ball on. Who was it? We'll have a look for you, son. We'll mark your card. What number are you? Zane Dunford. Zane Dunford. Remember that name later on in this game, because I'm sure the Wigan players won't forget that. Don't need to wrap Marsden in cotton wool. He's quite capable of looking after himself, but I just think that's a bit... It's just a bit not unprofessional. It's a professional game, isn't it? Probably trying to wind him up and agitate him and what have you. Some bad blood in this game, you know. Now, Tiny Milne has thrown the ball at Brad O'Neill. Yeah, Tiny Milne grabbed Brad O'Neill's ankle as O'Neill was going backwards, tripped him up, and now he's given the penalty away to Wigan. Crazy play. But yeah, it's just a bit, it shows a little bit of a lack of respect, personal respect. So, you know, as players, they don't need to respect each other in that way. You want to get into each other. But just a little bit of that personal respect. It shows a little bit of a lack of class. That's the word I'm looking for. To do that to a youngster just because he's knocked on after a big contact won't bother him. He's going to have to get used to it. But like I say, just smacks of a little bit classless. Maybe that's why you're at the bottom of the league. Did that smack us classless? It was meant to. Harry Rushton. Zane Dunford. Tanguy Zenon. Just looking for some of the culprits who haven't been putting it in this season for Huddersfield, and that's why they're at the bottom of the table. Marsden's had to go off now for I think that's a HIA from that contact. That's what I mean. Zane Dunford doing that to someone on the top of the head when they just had that heavy contact. Idiot. Absolute idiot. If he has got concussion from that impact, and Wigan have got over, they've got the foot, and you go like that on the head, like they do, the referees, they should stop that out of the game. You know, as soon as they're on about head contact, and rightly so, by the way, but as soon as a player goes down with a head contact, they're on. Even the players know what to do. They're on. Partington goes over, by the way, for the Warriors. 2 tries this season for him. They're on. You don't move the player. They straight round the back. They stabilise the head. Then they assess them. Well, if these players, they're always patting each other on the back, the opposition, aren't they, when they've made a mistake, trying to wind them up. That's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to put your hand on someone's head and do that on their head, like you would do with a kid, well, what if he has got concussion, or what if he has done something to his neck and you're rubbing his head like that? Absolute prick. So yeah, he has gone off Marsden for a HIA now. Frankie James says, hi all. Hi Frankie, thanks for helping me out earlier, Frankie, do appreciate that. So anyway, that's not a rant. It's not a rant, it's just an observation. It needs stamping out of the game, that. Because instinct with these players, and instinct with a lot of us, when you hurt yourself, what's the first thing you do if you can? You jump up, don't you? Well, if somebody's done something to the head or the spine or the neck and they're trying to get up, you don't need some idiot doing that on the top of your head. Right. Kieran gives us Wigan the extra 2 points there. Let me know your thoughts in live chat, please. Is it me being an idiot and being a little bit snowflakey? I don't think it's being snowflakey, because I ain't a snowflake, but you don't want to be doing things like that when players could be injured. You don't know they're not injured. Wigan fans celebrating in the crowd there. Taking plenty over to Huddersfield, Wigan. Probably doubled the crowd. .23:03. Right, let's stop that. No, stop it. We'll do that instead. We're back underway. There we go. We'll just take another one off. Patrick Mago driving it forward. 3 tackles gone. Frankie says, no worries, come on, Wigan. Not at all. Head injuries are serious. Yeah, well, we didn't know he had a head injury, that's the thing. But neither did the player who came in and went like that on his head because he knocked the ball on, trying to annoy him. Should just stop it. Pat him on the back or tell him he's a prick or whatever. What, you know. Ooh, what a tackle by Wardle. And now, Tiny Milne's in there. There was a high kick came in. It was taken. And as the ball's taken, he's on the floor. It's number 1, Niall Evalds. So, he's up in the air. Do you know what he did? You know what he did, Evalds? As he was coming back down, instead of putting his feet down, he's tucked his feet up. He's tucked his feet up to make himself in the air just that little bit longer. It doesn't matter because he got absolutely mullered by Warder, but the penalty's been given. Whereas if he hadn't have pulled his legs up, his feet would have been on the floor. Clever play that from Huddersfield at the end of the day. Now that's professionalism that's acceptable in my view. On their own 40 now, Huddersfield. Pretty central. 2 tackles gone. Mago and Cade Ellis in with a tackle. I'm waiting for someone mullering Zane Dunford. Huddersfield up to Wigan's 40. Trying to come down that left-hand side. Gagai cuts inside then. Didn't want pushing over the sideline. So it's a 5th tackle. 20 yards out. Lola Hare puts a kick into the left-hand side. Fields underneath it. Takes it cleanly. And the tackle comes in from Tanguy Zenon. Eckersley brings it forward. Over the 10. Pretty central. O'Neill goes left. O'Loughlin gets up to the 20 almost. He does look like he's not stature-wise. He's about 3 foot shorter than his dad, but facially, blimey. Luke Thompson over the 30. O'Neill dummy half goes left. Smith puts a kick in from just inside his own 40. No chance of a 40-20 though. It's centre field where that's picked up. Then it's brought back by Zenon, and in the tackle, well, right, don't go rubbing his head. He's not. I think he's been knocked out now, and Wigan have kept away. Now he's being turned over. I think that's Zenon. He brought that ball back towards the Wigan pack that were following the kick up, and as he's gone into contact, we need to see a replay of this. I hope he's all right. It doesn't look good actually. The ball, he went into contact. The ball came away as it would do because it looks like he's out cold. So we'll have an update to come on that one. I better pause that clock actually. 25:58. We're paused on. Yeah, they're not even letting us see the treatment of this, so it must be quite bad. It didn't look good. Do you know when the ball came free, the Wigan players jumped up, celebrating each other. Nobody went to, I think it was Zenon, you know. Maybe it wasn't. Until I know for sure, I won't say. But I think it was. But nobody went to rub his head, and straight away the players then turned round and were calling the physios on. So hopefully he's going to be okay. Yeah, they're not showing us the tackle yet, so I think he's still getting treatment, and hopefully he's in a better condition than it first looked. Somebody came across a Huddersfield player, and there's applause now, so I'm assuming he's up and or being taken off. I'm not sure which, but a Huddersfield player came over immediately rolled him onto his side, which I think you're helping, but I don't think you're really supposed to do that unless you're going to swallow your tongue. I don't think. Who was it? It was number 29, Tanguy Zenon. So he is going off now. He's walking off, and it looks like he's had his bell rung. Hopefully he'll pass his HIA and come back on. But I didn't see any foul play in it. But until we see it in slow motion, and they've not shown the tackle again. Oh, we're going to see it now. So he goes into contact with Cade Ellis. Oh, he was out cold. Cade Ellis just stood there like a brick wall. And it was... I'm not sure whether it was Ethan Havard there as well. The incident's gone on report, but he went between the two players and... So the referee's giving it one of them. It's gone on report, but I didn't see any foul play in that. So they've given a penalty to Huddersfield. I don't quite understand that. Whether he's... If there's anything nefarious, we're just looking at it again. So he goes in. There's a shoulder in there. It was McDermott's shoulder. Cade Ellis dipped to make the tackle and go low. McDermott went high and put the shoulder in, and it went straight into the head. Let the video referee sort it out. It's gone on report the incident anyway, so we'll see what happens with that one. Better sort my clock out, hadn't I? Right. Trying to get in down this. Left hand side, the Giants. 4 tackles gone. 15 yards out. Central. Fifth tackle. They're going to run it on the last, down this left hand side. Lolohea puts a kick over to the right hand side. Austin Daniel takes that ball as soon as he grabs it. Huddersfield swarm him, so it is going to be a goal line dropout. Good end to the set there from Huddersfield. It's another warm night, and it's beautiful. I saw a headline today. I didn't read it, but I saw the headline. It said you're enjoying this heat wave. We're only halfway through it. So it looks like we're going to have a nice August, possibly September as well. We're off to Poland at the end of... I think it's next Sunday. Not Sunday coming, the Sunday after or the Monday. I can't remember which. Frankie James will know. Go and have a few days R&R in Poland. Go and see my dentist. Get over to Wisła Kraków. Get some merchandise from the club shop. Then at the end of August, I've got a week. I'm going to go and get some more R&R with Frankie James. Go and get a Mediterranean cruise. Hello, it's on again. In back play. I'm not sure who that was, who Brad O'Neill was having a go at. It was with Huddersfield trying to get in down that right-hand side. Ball still alive on the 4th. Now it gets knocked on under the post. It'll be Wigan in possession. Frankie James says, bring on the sun, Jimmy. Yeah, looking forward to that. Who is number 40, who was having the set 2 in back play? It was Cole Geyer. Cole Geyer and Brad O'Neill were getting to know each other in back play. Frankie says, looking forward to spending time with you. I know. You mad? You mad woman? You're lucky you can get away from me. I've got to stay with me all the time. So it's scrum, head and feed to Wigan, 10 yards out, centre field. O'Loughlin brings it forward. About 15 yards out. Quick scamper from dummy half on his own. Brad O'Neill, he's almost had his shirt ripped off him there. Now Eckersley tries his luck. How far can he get? Not too far. Good tackling coming in from Huddersfield. The crowd, they're up for this. I think the actual Huddersfield have been caught offside, so that'll be a penalty. Matthew Cozza. It looks like he's got a 1970s pawn tash. Questioning the referee though, what's that for? Referee simply says, you're all offside. So Wigan, driven in by Patrick Mago, starting on Huddersfield's 20. Thompson drives it in. Brad O'Neill with his ripped shirt still comes in at dummy half, just to the right of the post, spreads it left to Cade Ellis. Cade Ellis with a little offload out the back there to Harry Smith. Smith's looking for an offload, spreads it left to Jai Field. They've got the overlap if they can get the ball out, but they can't. So Wardle comes back inside, takes the tackle. George Marsden has passed his HIA, so that's good news. Wigan going to go in at the corner here with Eckersley. They do go in at the corner with Eckersley. So, for future streams, right, at this stage, now if Eckersley's gone in, we'll be able to hit a button and we'll see Eckersley running in to put the ball down as a try. Better than looking at me saying Eckersley going in at the corner for a try, isn't it? Let's see him going in the corner for a try. That's his 500th this season. Feels like it. Lovely quick hands there in the line by Adam Kieran, missing out O'Loughlin straight to Eckersley. And Eckersley tapped his pipe out, give it a bit of a, and then put the ball down. He had that much time on the right hand side. It's been prosperous for the Warriors this season. That Adam Kieran and Zach Eckersley, that pairing, deadly at times. You often see that. Jai Field will come into the line down that left-hand side. Because the opposition know what Jai Field can do, they'll start drifting over to that right-hand side, shuffling, and then the quick play back to the other side leaves all that space for Kieran and Eckersley to do what they do. $31.55. Nobody said, Jimmy, your clock's not going. Come on. It's only been 25 years. Yeah. 25 years next year. It's just, see, it seems longer than it actually is, Frankie. Pushes that wide of the post, does Adam Kieran. So it's Huddersfield 4, Wigan 10. Clock's on. Bang on. It's gone quick this first half. Huddersfield get us back underway. Taken on his own goal line by Harry Smith. Short offload to Thompson. Thompson drives it up to the 10. Then he gets to the 12. The 13. Finally put down on the floor. O'Neill goes right to McDermott. McDermott goes into contact, then doesn't make anything after that. O'Neill now goes right. It's with Patrick Mago. 3 Huddersfield players trying to bring him down. Eventually they do. Wigan just short of their own 30. O'Neill goes to Ellis. Ellis is over the 30, trying to get up towards that 40-yard line. 4 tackles gone, so is he going to go 40-20? No. It is a kick from Smith, but he's just gone for the space between the 2 fullbacks there. Good distance on the kick as well, as in not too hard. He got it just to land on the goal line, which was perfect. Brought back by Huddersfield up to their own, say, 15-yard line. Just short of their own 20. 2 tackles gone. Pretty central. Rushton drives it in over the 40. Over the halfway line now, Huddersfield. Trying to come down that left-hand side. Marsden gets in there with the tackle. 45 yards out. Kick's going to come in. Tuilola here puts a high kick in. Field waits under that high bomb on his own 20, I think that was. John Evans says, what channel is the game on? It's on Sky, mate. On Sky Plus. George Marsden spreads it left to Wardle. Wardle up to the 30. Flips as he goes into contact. And now Huddersfield. I think that was maybe messing about at the play of the ball again. Tuilola here it was guilty. Just lying on. Yeah, it's on Sky Plus. John Evans 7663. That's not the channel number, everybody. That's John Evans' last bit of the handle. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. John, if you John Evans, if you don't have Sky, or Sky Plus, if you log into Bet365, if you've got an account, and possibly Unibet as well, they are live streaming it, so you can watch it on there as well, mate, if you don't have Sky. I don't think you don't have to put a bet on or anything. I think it's just if you log in, you can watch it. There's no commentary or anything, but you're welcome to put it on and listen to me. Get your points in live chat. Anything that's annoying you, don't sit at home alone watching it, mate, stewing. Let us all know. So, Wigan, almost... Oh, what on earth was he doing? Tuilola here. Sorry. Tiny Milne. Made the interception from the Wigan pass. Then, as he made the interception, knew he was going to get pushed into touch about 8 yards out from his own goal line. So he just randomly just threw the ball backwards towards where his players would have been. Didn't have a clue where it was going, and then it's been... Luckily, it was knocked on by Jake Wardle. Almost gave Wigan the try there. Crazy play. As it happens, they've got a scrum head and feed Huddersfield on their own 10. Ooh, my word, who's that come on? It's bounced off that tackle with Ethan Havard. And Shea O'Connor. Shea O'Connor in there again with another tackle on Lollahea. He gets the offload away, though. Now they're trying to... Oh, it's on again in back play. Bad blood in this game. Now the referee's blown his whistle. Let's stop the clock because this one needs sorting out. Now the players are coming in from all over, but they're too late. I think it's been done and dusted. Who's involved in that again? I'm not sure how that started. Because it was in back play, we didn't quite see. So there was a tackle by O'Connor. Ethan Havard was in there. And then it was O'Connor. He got pulled to the floor. Huddersfield are targeting the youth of Wigan. I'm not sure which player it was who pulled him to the floor. Just absolute shithousery from Huddersfield. You get everything you deserve when you get relegated this season. Got no sympathy for you. I think it was Tuilola because he was tackled by Connor. Didn't like it, and then as the ball's gone, Connor's getting up and Lollahea pulled him back to the floor. Wanted to have a pop at him. Keep going, Shea O'Connor. He's got a big smile on his face. He's not got that ginger hair for nothing. He's got a bit of fire about him anyway. Harry Smith in the back. I won't say because I don't like swearing on my streams, but he just said... Now the referee's got Harry Smith over there. Tuilola is being called. Well, Tuilola is walking over on his own. I think the referee And Connor's there. What? You sent Connor to the bin for 10. Well, all right, you've sent Connor to the bin for 10. Is Tuilolahea going as well? Hey, they've both gone to the bin for 10. And Tuilolahea saying, what? You're the shithouse who pulled him back down when he was getting up and then wouldn't let him go. What do you expect him to do? Go on, off you go. We don't want to hear what Wilkins has got to say. He's commentating tonight, and I can't hear what he's saying because I have it low so it don't come over my mic and I get copyrighted. But he doesn't like Wigan at all, does he? We know why. And then he's pulling him back down there, is Lollahea. But then Shea O'Connor wouldn't let him get up. He was trying to turn him, was Lollahea, and he couldn't do it. He might be young, but he's got a bit about him. Unlucky, so they've both been sent to the bin for 10. What are we doing now? They're just trying to sort the restart out. If they've both gone to the bin, it's got to be a penalty to either Wigan or to Huddersfield. You can't just play on. The thing is, who's going to get the penalty? Huddersfield are at home, so it'll probably be them, won't it? Rush is walking over. Penalty's gone to Huddersfield. Shall we go all professional and put the card on for both teams? I think we should. Just got to remember to take them off. Really, when you think about it, sending a player off from both teams at the same time, is there any point in it? I suppose there is, but they're both down to 12, aren't they? I suppose the extra space on the field will suit Wigan a little bit more. Dunford. He comes in. He's brought down by Field. Centre field. 10 yards out Huddersfield. 4 tackles gone. Joe Greenwood there. He was looking for the offload, but he's finally wrapped up. 4 tackles gone. Trying to find a way through at the moment, Huddersfield. Going backwards at the minute. Now they've brought the line. Who's that? Wardle comes in with a good try-saving tackle there. Last tackle coming up. Now they're going to go for a crossfield kick to the left-hand side. It's going to land on the 10. No Wigan player went to compete, didn't need to. Waited for the ball to be taken. And then it was a poor pass, and it was actually picked up by George Marsden. So Wigan on their own 20, centre field. One-handed pick up by Brad O'Neill. Over the 30, still going. 35 yards out. Probably be the final set before the half-time hooter. Smith tries lighting the afterburners, just short of the halfway line. 3 tackles gone. Trying to come down the left-hand side now, Wigan. Wardle comes in at dummy half. Wigan on Huddersfield's 40. Marsden. Little offload there to Partington. Partington up to the 30 of Huddersfield. 5th tackle. So Smith, centre field, 35 yards out. They are going to run it. Cade Ellis breaks the line, does he? No, he gets an offload back to Harry Smith. Picked up by... Was there a... Are they saying there was a little fumble there? What's he given? So Ellis broke the line. Then he gets the ball backwards. Cade Ellis. So I don't know... Is he saying it was a forward pass? It wasn't in the offload. I don't think that was a knockout. Well, it's been given, so that's all that matters. So it's Huddersfield. That'll be the half-time hooter now. Final play comes up. That's half-time. On the halfway line, it's all done. Wigan go in with a 10 points to 4 lead. Little bit in that first half. Little bit spicy. No love lost between these between these two teams. Huddersfield fans are quite happy with what they've seen so far, and I don't blame them, because for the most part this season Huddersfield have been absolute dog shit. A few games ago they looked like they were a team. They looked like they were a team who could start putting a game together for 80 minutes and start getting results. And I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I put a little bit of faith in them. And who was it who they played? And they were just absolutely awful. They played York, got turned over 24 points to 36. And I watched that game, and they were absolutely appalling. No cohesion. At times it looked like there was a lack of effort as well. And that's one thing that Jim Lenihan, he's got to cut out. And they looked like they were a team who, well, they didn't look like a team. That was one of the problems. And there was no discipline with them. It just made me think that they need to go back down into the Championship and maybe regroup and rebuild and get some confidence, because what we saw in that game was they were just starting to get there where they looked like they could take 2 points. They put that performance in, which was shocking. Then next time out they got turned over by Bradford, and then tonight they've got the Warriors. This performance we've seen tonight against the Warriors once again is a case of Huddersfield being able to turn it on when they want to. All right, at the minute they're losing, but the performance-wise, I don't think has been that bad. And we've seen some aggression, we've seen some bits of skill. They've been able to break the line. When it comes to the fifth tackle, they're able to put something together where at least they'll cause a threat. They'll make Wigan defend correctly, which has not always been the case this season with Huddersfield. So the fact is they can do it. So when they don't do it, is that because they're choosing not to do it? And that's what the fans and coaching staff must find frustrating, and ultimately the professionals. So it's unacceptable. So yeah. It was double promotion, wasn't it, to the Super League? So we've got 14 teams now. But this year, it is one team down, one team up. So there's not going to be any issues around. There's no way that Huddersfield are going to be staying in the league. So they are going to be going in the Championship. And ultimately, Hull FC, who were having a shocker. Do you know, Hull FC, when they played against Wigan, that was 3 games ago now, Wigan beat Hull FC 20 points to 16. I did the live stream for that game, and Hull FC were fantastic, absolutely demons in the tackle. They had a game plan, and they stuck to it for pretty much the whole 80 minutes. Where they were pushing offside, and they got caught a good few times, but it worked. They were closing the space down for the Warriors, which meant Wigan's danger men, they weren't able to get that space that they needed to kind of break the line. And the other thing that was noticeable with Hull FC, they weren't needing 4 and 5 players in the tackle to stop the offload, and it meant that there wasn't that space for Wigan. So Wigan had to work really hard for that victory. It was a fantastic match, and ultimately Cartwright had a good game for Hull FC, and they looked like a team that I thought when they played Hull KR, I thought they had a real good chance of taking Hull KR. It didn't quite pan out that way. They lost 26 points to 12, but they couldn't replicate that performance that they put in against the Warriors. And it it's often the case, isn't it, that when Wigan come to town, players kind of up the game, which again it smacks of unprofessionalism and says a lot about your character. If you do have the ability, but you don't put it in on every occasion you cross that line, you should give your all 100%. And I don't think the players, certain players from certain teams, I don't think they do. I think when somebody like a Wigan comes to town, or obviously a Hull KR, or a St Helens, they'll put it in then, Leeds. But if you get, say, a Castleford or a Huddersfield, Catalan Dragons, York, Toulouse, I don't think they quite put it in the same effort on them occasions, and which says that your character is not good enough. You should be able to do that regardless of who you're playing. Shouldn't matter if you're playing a nun 13, that's none with a habit, shouldn't matter. You should give 100%. That's what you're getting paid for. That's what the fans pay to come and see. But yeah, when Wigan come to town, teams always up the game, and it must drive the coaches absolutely crazy. And like I said, and the fans, because this performance we've seen from Huddersfield in the first half, we've not really seen that this season from them whenever I have seen them. So in this second half, it'll be interesting to see if Wigan put another 6 points, another 8 points on Huddersfield. Once the upset's gone, do Huddersfield kind of capitulate and then Wigan sort of stick 40 on them or something like that? I wouldn't be surprised. They're not at the bottom of the table with 4 points from all these games. What, they played 18 games in round 19. You don't have 4 points from all them games if you're going to put that effort in for 80 minutes. You'd have more than 4 points. That's what I'm trying to say. Because when you look at the players, they can do it. For me, I just think they're choosing. Nah. I just get that feeling. Just looking at that, 13 from 17 sets completed for Huddersfield. Well, that's pretty damn good. 76%. Wigan are on 81%. Meters made, 510 Huddersfield, 595 for the Warriors. So very similar, and they have been competitive, Huddersfield, in that first half. But why have they not been competitive all season? You've got to be asking that if you're a Huddersfield fan. Where is this performance when we're playing a Toulouse or... last night we had... I didn't see the game because I was doing the cricket. Bradford and Wakefield. Wakefield coming out winners, 12 points to 26, so they move up second in the table on 28 points. Leeds still top, and Leeds have got that game in hand as well, remember. They're on 30 points. Big Yorkshire derby, isn't it, as well? That's on Sunday. Castleford hosting Leeds. You can only see Leeds running out winners there. I have got my 100k challenge bet on for the weekend as well, so we'll see how that goes. I think the game that I put in there was I put Warrington to beat Hull KR, and Hull KR in that one are firm favourites. I don't quite understand it. I'm not saying there's no reason why Hull KR shouldn't be favourites going into that game. It's at the wire. So, but the wire's injuries are... you look at the injury list and the players that are out, it's absolutely... Is it shocking? I don't think it's shocking from a point of... can't believe that players injuries happen in Rugby League, we know that, but... it's just the amount of injuries and the amount of long-term injuries as well. So Zach Gardner, we saw that one live on TV. He's done for the done for the season, isn't he, with his collarbone? So yeah, he's done. But ultimately, Hull KR are not playing well. Losing last time out to Wakefield and losing comfortably and at home. And not only did they lose at home, it was an awful performance. Really poor performance. So I don't think they're in exactly sparkling form, are they? So going to Warrington with the home crowd, I just thought maybe Warrington could, maybe, take the points there. And I'm trying to think which other games. Which were the other games that I went for? So I went for Warrington to beat Hull KR. No brainer for Leeds to beat Hull FC. I think Hull FC, unless they put a performance in like they did against Wigan, I think that should be a comfortable victory for Lee. Lee look like they're starting to fire again. You know, they've got 3 victories on the spin now. The one game they did lose out of the last 5 was that awful performance they put away at Hull KR, when Hull KR were awful as well. It's just the fact that the Lee Leopards, they were even worse. St Helens to beat Catalan, pretty much, yeah. And what was the other one? Toulouse and York. I've gone for York in that. And I'll tell you for why. Because Toulouse, they've won the last 2 games. They beat the Catalan Dragons when they thumped the Catalan Dragons. Magic weekend, wasn't it? And they thumped St Helens. But we know what that was all about. I've got a feeling York have won the last 3. They beat Castleford, they beat Huddersfield, right, and they beat Hull FC. And I've got a feeling that's a real toss-up. And I think York could come out winners on that. And the odds were so good, I couldn't resist it. So I think the odds were 20 by the time the accumulator had been put on. I think the odds were something like 24 to 1 or something like that. So I can live with that. I can live with that. And the other one was Sunday's game, Castleford Leeds. Can't see an upset there. I just don't see Castleford causing... I don't see where Castleford are going to take 2 points off Leeds at the minute. They're not going to be able to keep Sevo quiet on the wing. He could have an absolute feast. So yeah, York to beat Toulouse, and Warrington to beat Hull KR. Them are the 2 games out of the round 19 100k challenge that are going to be the more competitive ones, shall we say. And I wouldn't be surprised if they sort of let me down, you know. If it's a toss of a coin, I'd sooner go with the odds. I don't think Hull KR are playing well. And Toulouse, if they go back to conceding tries like they did, I mean, if Toulouse sort their defence out on any given day, they'll give anybody a game. But I just don't think you change overnight. Players are just coming back out, by the way. Just got to set my clock. Set my clock going. Turn them tunes off. Just livens half time up a bit while I drone on. Quick shout out, by the way, if you haven't done so already, if you can please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell and give me a like. I'll be ever so grateful. YouTube likes a like, apparently. Just tells the... Right, we're good to go. We're underway. Wigan kicking from right to left, and Huddersfield get us back underway. Both teams still down to 12 players. Connor and Lollahea both in the bin. McDermott driving that forward. He's a big old lump, isn't he? Now Ethan Havard having a go. 4 tackles gone from Wigan. On the halfway line, Marsden thought about passing, then he's put a kick in over the top. Plenty of space there. Lovely kick. It's going to stop right on the goal line. Where's he on? George Flanagan's on for... George Flanagan, 18th man, is on for Huddersfield. That'll be that Zenon. 29 Zenon, he must have failed his HIA. I'm not surprised he failed his HIA, by the way. He looked out cold. So that's why George Flanagan's on. He must have failed his HIA. 5 minutes left on the penalties for both the players who got sent to the bin. O'Connor and Lollahea. On the 5th, from halfway, a high kick comes in. It's going to bounce 25 yards out. It's knocked back by Adam Kieran, picked up by Jai Field. He takes that ball. Wigan will be starting 25 yards out down the right hand side. O'Neill comes in dummy half, spreads it left. It's with Austin Daniel getting into the line. He's still driving forward. Well done from the youngster there. Good drive. Harry Smith puts a long kick in, looking for a 40-20. It's not going to go over the... It's like, is it going to go dead? It's not going to go dead, so it's going to have to be fielded and brought back. First tackle comes in on the 10. And it's that man, Flanagan. 2 tackles gone. Just on their own 20, Huddersfield. Pretty central. 25 yards out now, still central. 3 tackles gone. The man with the porn star tash gets it to the right hand side. Matthew Kuza, or Koza. There's no U in there, is it? He's a Koza. 5th tackle coming up for Huddersfield. The kick will be coming in just inside Wigan's half, central. It's going to go over to that right hand side, Wigan's left. Taken over his shoulder by Austin Daniel. Good run back. Good take and a good run back. Gets up to the 20. So Zach Eckersley gets over probably about 25 yards out. 35 yards out now. Adam Kieran has a go. He's just short of the halfway line. 3 tackles gone for Wigan. O'Neill scampers quick, gets it away to Ellis. Ellis to Ethan Havard. Havard's looking for the offload, can't get it. Eventually he's wrapped up. Still going forward though. Gets to Huddersfield's 40, just to the left of where the post would be. Still coming left, Wigan. Field now goes left, then he goes right. Now Wigan have floated it out. They've got the overlap on the right with... Oh, he didn't let the pass go. Adam Kieran. The overlap was there for Eckersley, and he didn't let the pass go before he was wrapped up. On the 5th, Smith puts a tackle in 25 yards out. Milne on his own goal line has a foot in goal, so it'll be a 20 metre restart. It'll be number 21, George Flanagan, to get us back underway. Just over 2.5 minutes left on the penalties. Both teams down to 12 players. Flanagan in at dummy half, spreads it left. Huddersfield up to Wigan's 40, over Wigan's 40, almost up to the 30. 3 tackles gone. Centre field, they're trying to come down that left hand side. Gagai brought the line, he got ankle tapped, and finally the tackle's finished off by Field. Thought that should have been a set restart there. Little chip through into goal. Is it going to be put behind? Oh, a little bit too much on it. Do you know they... I think Huddersfield should have had a set restart then. Just playing about, messing about the play of the ball a bit, Jai Field. Walked a tightrope there and just got away with it. Wigan up to their own 40 anyway. 2 tackles gone. Ollie Partington just short of the halfway line. King in with a tackle. Ellis gets the offload from Huddersfield's 40. Now it's with Marsden. He wants to go down the right hand side. Does he? Needs options there. Almost breaks the line. Cozza with the tackle. Kieran comes in at dummy half. 35 yards out now, Wigan. Smith puts a kick in down that left hand side. McDermott's chasing it, trying to get there. And it's number 21, George Flanagan, for Huddersfield, who takes possession. It'll be a goal line dropout. He was like a juggernaut there, trying to get the afterburners going, was McDermott. He's a big old unit, isn't he? But once he gets going, he's all right. But it's that first 3 or 4 yards where sets off like an oil tanker. One thing that I've noticed since he came on, Flanagan came on for the HIA, or Tanguy Zenon, who failed it. He's looking good for Huddersfield, I've got to say. Oh, George Marsden, he's knocked that ball on from the goal line dropout. Do you know, all the Wigan players have gone straight to him, patted him on the back. Yeah, don't worry about it, son. Shakes his head, he knows what he's done. Don't worry about it, George. Don't worry about it. It's a simple mistake and it won't be the first time you make it. I've been waiting to see George Marsden. We saw him... We saw him against Hull KR when the youth played. And he looked good then. And every time I've seen him this season for Wigan, not a lot, you know, only a couple of games that I've seen him playing, and he just looks good. He plays a game like a young Harry Smith. That's the best compliment I can give him. And little mistakes like that, so what? Everybody knocks it on. Harry Smith's knocked it on in the past, I'm sure, many times. In fact, we've seen him. Don't worry about it. Just keep playing your game. Blake 99101 says hi. Hi Blake 99101. Thanks for joining me in live chat. What are your thoughts, Blake? Let us know. What are your thoughts on rugby league in general, life in general? On the 5th, kick comes in. Eckersley goes up. It's either knocked back or knocked on. And it was... I think it might have been Joe Greenwood who knocked it on. We'll have another look now. So the kick came in from Kieran Rush. It was knocked backwards by Cozza. And then, I don't know who slid in. It wasn't Greenwood anyway, but he was frustrated with the knock-on. Eckersley driving it in. Blake, are you a Wigan fan, Huddersfield fan, or neither? Adam Kieran drives it in for the Warriors. 2 tackles gone. Just short of their own 30. Pretty central. O'Connor's back on. Let's get rid of the penalties. See, this is where I need you in live chat. Jimmy, sort it out. Eckersley down the right-hand side. He puts that kick in like Marshall would have done. And it's picked up, unfortunately, by number 40. Cole Geyer. Right, there we are. Both teams have got a full complement of players on there now. Did well there, Cole Geyer, with his positioning, because on the inside, and he must have heard the shout, was Jai Field. Screaming for that ball, supporting Eckersley. Tried putting the kick in, but Geyer was in the way. Over their own 30 now, Huddersfield, but over the halfway line, sorry, but it's the 5th tackle. Rush puts the kick in. Field's going to take it 15 yards out. He's under pressure straight away there from Jacob Gagai, that was. And now Zach Eckersley, he's getting driven backwards. Wigan back inside their own 10. If you're a Huddersfield fan, you must be loving watching this. You've got to be asking yourself, like I've said, where's this performance been all season? When you've played against some of the lesser teams with lesser ability. That's why you're on 4 points. You've not applied yourself. Smith from his own 40, just outside now, puts a long kick in on the 5th. Wigan have been caught offside there. So it'll be a penalty to Huddersfield. On their own 10, they needed that as well, because there would have been 2 tackles gone. .45 yards out inside their own half. Huddersfield will be starting. Now they're over the halfway line, so that'll be the 0 tackle. First tackle, sorry. It was a penalty. Good run there from number 17, Joe Greenwood, up to Wigan's 40. Now it's driven in by Cozza. He's met by O'Connor. Up to Wigan's 20. Lollahayer, who's back on, almost breaks the line there and gets the offload away when the tackle comes in. They've got an overlap on the left-hand side, but Wigan are filtering across, so that's going nowhere. Tackle's made. And then there's a bit of a hand in the face there. Who's that on the floor? And a little bit afterwards as well. It might have been to George Flanagan. Welcome to the game, Mr. 18th man. 18th man for Wigan today, Sam Essay. Final play of the 6. It's a chip into the corner. Picked up by Wigan. And Austin Daniel, he's bringing it forward. Almost 13 minutes of the second half, still no score. Huddersfield are looking competitive in the tackle and looking half decent when they've got the ball. Kerr up to the 30. 4 tackles gone for Wigan, up to their own 40, sorry. Oh, that was a poor pass to Marsden. He juggled it and took it in, then he gets the kick away. But he did well to, it wasn't a good... Blimey, what? George Flanagan, he almost broke the line again. Why on earth, now we're going to be caught offside, why on earth was George Flanagan 18th man? And the way he's played since he came on, I'm glad he didn't start for Huddersfield, that's for sure. He's tackling well, he's almost broke the line. Leo Tang 19 says Wigan will smash Huddersfield. Leo Tang 19, I now know who Leo Tang 19 is. The question is, are you Leo Tang? I know that if you are, all the best with your career, mate. It looks like you're doing well if it is you. 7 fights, 7 wins. Was it 6 by knockout? 1 by decision? I'm going from memory now, so apologies if it's wrong. 3 tackles gone. Huddersfield down the right-hand side. They're only about 2 yards out. Now it's their own central. Lollahea keeps it going to the left-hand side. They have got an overlap. Huddersfield down that left-hand side. Causa's trying to get there. They have got in. Is it Causa or is that Gagai? Gagai it was. It's the Tash and the Her that's thrown me. They could have both played 1970s. Sir Mogini says Wigan Warriors. Frankie Jean says hi Sir Mo. Yeah, it was Jacob Gagai. 10 tries this season. He looks like a young Chris Kamara. It was a lovely pass that from Lollahea as well. And a great pass there from Kieran Rush. What a good finish that was as well. Had the overlap, didn't need it Gagai. Just used his own brute strength and over they go. 4 points on the board for Huddersfield. Game on, ladies and gentlemen. Game on. Now, did he get that ball down? The referee's come across. He couldn't see the referee. I tell you now, the referee couldn't see. And it goes upstairs. Sir Mogini says Wigan Warriors, come on. I agree with you, Sir Mo. The thing is, it's game on. Game on. Because if this conversion goes over, it's all square. The referee there, the ball, when it was supposed to have been grounded, he came into the shot from the left-hand side, looked down, you couldn't see that ball. So why he's given that as an on-field decision as a try when he couldn't see it, on-field decision should be no try. We're going upstairs now while they check it, but they won't be able to overturn this because there'll be insufficient evidence because you can't see the ball. But there's no way that referee could see that ball being put down. He got there too late. He got there too late. Now we're going to have a look because from what we're seeing here, the referee can't see that. If I had to say, I think the ball got put down, but I tell you now, the referee didn't see that. No way. Yeah, the referee got there too late. He was a day late and $1 short. So it won't be overturned because you can't see the ball not being grounded. When the highlights show comes out, I'll put a link to either Sky or Super League and you watch for yourselves, you watch that and you see the referee get there a day late and $1 short. Flanagan it is. He's going to be taking the kick, 62% probability. Sir Mo says, Wigan Warriors, come on. Yeah, I know, they're going to have to pull the finger out, mate. They'll do it. They'll do it. There's no way we lose to Huddersfield tonight. Flanagan, he's put it over. He's having a great game for Huddersfield. What's the scores on the doors miss forward? It's 10-10. 10-10. Oh, game on. Do you know what? I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you something else for nothing. It's going to make victory taste all the sweeter if Huddersfield get close and Wigan take the victory. Normally I wouldn't be thinking like that, but just the way they've been with the Wigan youngsters tonight, and yeah, I'm not going over all that again. But I've just lost a little bit of respect for them, to be honest. Frankie James says, "Go Warriors indeed." 10-10, love it. Then Sermo says, "Goo Warriors." Goo Warriors, is that the same as Go Warriors? I know what you meant, mate. Thanks for joining me in live chat. You're more than welcome to being here. Don't sit at home stewing. Get things off your chest in live chat. Why it's quiet, I can read it out as well. Let everybody else know what your thoughts are. It's a good way to learn things off people in live chat as well. So, Wigan on their own 10, pretty central. Zach Eckersley driving it forward, taking a little bit of weight, a bit of work off the pack, putting his weight into the tackle there. Gets up to the 20. Austin Daniel, he's helping out. I'd love him to get a try tonight. I'd love him to get a winning try. How would this be for a scenario? A crossfield kick from George Marsden over to the left-hand side. Austin Daniel leaps like a salmon. Puts it over to break Huddersfield's hearts. Yes, please, I'll have some of that. McDermott with a good carry there. Smith. 30 yards out. He's put a high kick and it's going to land on the 10. Flanagan, no problem with that take. Jim Lenihan. I bet he's thinking, well, I've mentioned, where's this performance been all year, lads? And, oh, Jim, why didn't you put Flanagan on from the start? Because he's having a cracking match. Frankie James says 10-10. Absolutely. You are dyslexic, so we'll let you off. Kick comes in, taken by Eckersley on his own 10. He comes infield, he goes lateral, he looks for a gap, doesn't find one. Blimey, met by Tristan Powell. No yardage made after contact. Now Austin Daniel, what can he do? Does well, gets over the 20, about 21 yards out. Lollhay with a tackle. In at dummy half is Smith. It's with, whoa, what's going on there? Marsden to McDermott, and there was two players stood having a chat. I think it was Taylor Kerr. What were Wigan doing there? Switching off, switch on, lads, because you won't be going away with the 2 points if you carry on like that. Thompson drives it towards the halfway line. 5 tackles gone. Wigan still, they're going to be kicking from their own 40. That's going to go out on the 10-yard line, so Huddersfield will be starting on their own 10. I don't know what on earth. Frankie says, oh, you cheeky shite. That's a great word. Absolutely. All one word. I've never seen that in the dictionary. It could be in there. Yeah, 2 Wigan players stood having a conflab when Marsden was passing the ball to him. I think it was Kerr, and I'm not sure who else. Need to switch on. Milne with the offload. Gagai up to his own 40. Rushton over the halfway line now. Gagai crawling forward. Up to Wigan's 40. Frankie says it's in her dictionary. Just short of Wigan's 20. Lollhay puts a kick in. It's going to land about 10 yards out. It's bounced. It's picked up by, I don't know if it's been knocked on by who knocked it on, or it's gone out of play now as well. It'll just be the handover to Wigan. What's going on here now? So the kick comes in. Field goes up for it, but Marsden gets in his way. It was knocked back by Wigan, and then it's just going to have to... Oh, it's a captain's challenge coming in. Goodness knows why. Let's just pause this clock. Rushton's having a word with the referee now. I don't know what he's saying. So Marsden's in front of Jai Field. He got in Field's way, really, as much as anything. Sir Mogini says, 2 more tries for Wigan. Be nice, mate. It would be nice. So it was Flanagan who... It would be Flanagan, wouldn't it? He knocked it back. Yeah, that's not going to be overturned. No chance. No chance. Let's just get on with it. Sir Mogini. a question for you. If you're still there, a question. Sir Mogini, why Sir Mogini? And Lower Teng 19, are you Lower Teng? Or are you a fan of Lower Teng? But Lower Teng 19, you will be 19, I think. Is it you? If it is, mate, and you ever want me to interview you, just send me an email to catchitlivefirst@gmail.com. Flanagan, it's in slow motion. He's got the lip like Elvis. So Eckersley's knocked it backwards. And then Flanagan kicks it into touch. So if he's kicked it in, if he's kicked it into touch, he's kicked it dead though. So I don't know what they actually think they were going to gain by that. Frankie James says, everybody's welcome. Everybody is welcome in live chat. That is for sure. So I don't know. I don't honestly know what Huddersfield were unsuccessful. Whether they were just trying to get some air into their lungs and the referee was absolutely spot on there. It wasn't the hardest of decisions, and yeah, I think they've just done that to maybe get some extra breath. Patrick Mago drives it over the 30. O'Neill in at dummy half, pretty central. Spreads it right to Thompson. Thompson's driving it forward. About 45 yards out. O'Neill can go left or right. He goes left. It's with Kerr. Kerr to Smith. To Field. To Wardle. Wardle trying to hand off. Connor Wrench, he can't do it. So Wigan, oh no, it's been knocked on by Harry Smith. Don't feel too bad, do you now, George Marsden? It wasn't the best pass, it was dipping, but ultimately he should have took it. And number 4, Tiny Milne goes over to him as he's standing up. Shoulder charges him. Smith's not bothered about that. He knows he's knocked on. You won't wind him up. Trying to, though. And George Marsden's just thinking, my hero's done it as well. I don't feel as bad about knocking that ball on now. Neither should you, mate. Neither should you. Think about all the good stuff that you've done as well. Think positive. Think positive. So on the halfway line, right in the centre, it's going to be a scrum, head and feed to Huddersfield. Comes out the back, they go down that left-hand side. Up to Wigan's 40, may go with a tackle and Thompson. Needless to say, there wasn't much yardage made after contact. 6 again. Not sure what that was for. Maybe a little bit of a high tackle in there. Hewitt drives it forward now. McDermott with the tackle. Coming down the right-hand side are Huddersfield. Tiny Milne in at dummy half. 3 tackles gone. Long pass to Lollahea. Now they're going to keep it going left again. They've had success before. They've got the overlap. They had a 2-man overlap, but the tackle came in from Adam Kieran and George Marsden. They're still going short side once again, but the tackle comes in from George Marsden. Well done, young man. Well done. 5th tackle. It's thrown back. It's with Lollahea. Is he going to... I thought he was going to go for a drop goal then. A bit too early yet. So he puts a kick over to the right-hand side. It's knocked back. Now another little grubber kick comes through. Picked up by Jai Field. Lollahea with the tackle. Wigan will be starting 5 yards out, just to the left of the home post. In live chat, Garth Smith says, Jimmy, who is Huddersfield's captain tonight? Not sure, mate. I was looking for that earlier and I couldn't tell you. I know Harry Smith's taking over. Adam Kieran's brought the line for the Warriors. He's up to the 30. He's finally scragged down. I'll have a look for you in a minute, Garth. Wigan coming down the left-hand side. Little chip over the top there for Smith. He's looking for He was looking for McDermott, but number 21 came across. George Flanagan, you knew it would be him, and cleared up the danger. How on earth he didn't start for Huddersfield, I don't know. Let's have a look for you. Gareth Smith. Kick comes in from Huddersfield, taking on his own 10 by Field. He's up to the 20, up to the 30. Now he's going to have a decision to make. What does he do? He's going laterally. Gets a pass away to Eckersley. Eckersley out the back door to Field. Adam Kieran down the right-hand side. He's not sprinting, though. He needs support. He was waiting for the tackle coming in there. And then that's another attempt. That should be 6 again. Now Thompson drives it in. I don't know who it is tonight. It's normally Leroy Cudjoe. And... well, obviously no Cudjoe. Wigan coming down the left with Wardle. Up to the 10. I don't know, Garth, is the honest answer, mate. Kerr on the 10, central. Spreads it right to Marsden. To Field. Misses out Eckersley to Kieran. Kieran comes inside. Looks like he's blowing a bit, Adam Kieran. Jai Field's wrapped up centrally. Both sets of players are blowing a bit. On the 20, 15 yards out, inside to Kerr. Kerr goes back to Smith. It's all very static from Wigan. It's with Marsden. Marsden tries breaking the line. Then in contact, that ball comes out and Huddersfield have brought the line. They're away with, you know who. You know who. It's that man Flanagan. He flings it inside. Gagai. He's got some... oh, and it's a forward pass. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a game on. We've got a game on here. So George Marsden with the knock on, deep in Huddersfield territory, maybe on the 10, 12 yards out, picked up by Flanagan. Flanagan broke the line, couldn't quite make it, so about 20 yards out, he flings it inside. It's picked up by Gagai. I think that might be Jake Wardle, is it, off Jai Field who comes across? I'll tell you in a minute. And as that final pass came from Gagai, it was a forward pass. Oh my word. So the pass inside is, I think that might have been forward actually, even with forward momentum. I think it was a forward pass from Flanagan. We'll find out. There's a captain's challenge coming in here from Wigan. I'm not sure what Wigan are challenging here. Are Wigan saying there was 2 players in the tackle and the ball got stripped from George Marsden, so it wouldn't have been a knock on, it would have been a strip. So that's what we're looking at now. It's not going to be a try anyway because and there's a high tackle coming as well, right across his chin there for a start off on Marsden. You can see his face distort. So that's a high tackle for a start off. But luckily there was a forward pass in there from Gagai, so it wouldn't have been a try anyway. But just for a second, oh my word, I thought, that man Flanagan, whew, how many times have we mentioned his name since half-time, since he came on? Because he's the 18th man. He's had a real impact on this game in a positive way for Huddersfield. Yeah, Garth Smith, sorry mate, I don't know who is. Normally it's Cudjoe, took over from Adam Clune. Right, we're going all the way back now to the original knock on by George Marsden, but it was a high tackle. I think it was a high tackle by Zane Dunford. Oh dear, I've got a problem there. Got a slight issue which I'm just going to have to sort out, ladies and gents. Because my laptop's going to die and I need it to control the clock. Adam Kieran's going to take the 2, puts it through the middle, so that's 2 points on the board for Wigan. Right. So it's Wigan taking the lead by 2 points, 2 vital points, and they're after 2 vital points from this game as well. Be back with you. I've just got to make sure my clock's right as well. I normally control the clock from my laptop, which is over here, but it's going to die the battery, so I'll have to control it from my PC. 69:38. Miles out with my clock. Right, we bang on now with that. Sermo Genie, Warriors, put one more try. Come on. Sermo, why Sermo Genie? Did you tell me earlier on or not? Great name. I'm just wondering why. Why Sermo Genie? Where does that come from? Right, back to the rugby. Jai Fields brought the line for the Warriors. Perfect time. He's got Austin Daniel on his outside. Doesn't need him. No, he's cutting back in. No, he does need him, but he's wrapped up by Lolohea. No, Lolohea stops him getting up. That should be 6 again. Right, it's with Wardle. 15 yards out. Taylor Kerr, central. Brad O'Neill wrapped up, central. 15 yards out. Right, 2 tackles gone for Wigan, so plenty of place to come here. Kerr in at dummy half, spreads it right to Smith. Now it's with O'Loughlin. Tries going round his man. Partially does, but he's ankle tapped. 3 tackles gone. Right on the far side, right hand side. Now it's central with Kerr again. 15 yards out. Tries going through a gap there where Thompson had gone through the line. So I'm glad he didn't go any further than he did. Smith. McDermott. He's wrapped up 3 yards out. 5th tackle for the Warriors. It's to the left of the post. A little jink from Smith. Now he flings it right. Picked up by Mago. Back inside to Kerr. Kerr floats one out. Just gets there. And then it's knocked on by Partington. And luckily, I thought for a second that Kieran Rush was going to intercept that pass. It was just too high for him. But Partington's knocked it on. Oh, blimey. I wasn't expecting this game tonight. As in, I was expecting Wigan and Huddersfield, obviously, but I wasn't expecting Huddersfield to put in this kind of performance. Cool, that was a brutal tackle by Kerr. Nothing wrong with it, though. 3 tackles gone. On the halfway line are Huddersfield. 4 tackles gone. Huddersfield on the halfway line. Coming in at dummy half is Zach Woodford. Rushton drives it forward. So 5th tackle. It's going to be Lola here. 45 yards out. Puts a kick in. It's going to land central. Field takes it on the 10. He's knocked it on. We're just inviting pressure on now, Wigan. Come on, sort it out. It was one of them. He's under it. And it kind of dipped a little bit, but still he should be taking that, Jaifield. It's one of them where he goes to his knees to take it. Knocked it on. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. So, Huddersfield on Wigan's 10, left of the post, scrum, head and feed, Lollahea. Fenton Rogers drives it in, he's central, gets brought down on the 10. Then that ball's come out, Wigan pick it up, play on. What a drop bollock by Huddersfield. They have perfect field position and plays to go, and they've knocked it on. Now Wigan have been given a penalty. No, he's deliberately caused the penalty there. Yeah, you can't do that. He deliberately stopped the game looking at the referee because they wanted to challenge. It was just a loose carry. Now he's deliberately done that, so the referee has sent him in the bin for 10. That's what you get for shithousery, Huddersfield. You've been at it all night as well. So that's probably put the kibosh on them getting anything for this. They are down to 10. I'm going to take great pleasure now. Let's add them a yellow card on. There you go. There you go. Right. Huddersfield give another penalty away on their own 40, and it's all unravelling, and this is why you're at the bottom of the league. If they hadn't have been up to the antics tonight, I wouldn't have come out with the comments like this, because I don't think that's right. But ultimately, treat people or treat teams as they tend to treat others, and I don't want any respect showing to Wigan or any other team by any other team. There should be no respect, as in, you play to win, you think you can win, you don't get beaten before the other team's on the pitch because of who we are. That's what I'm talking about when I want about respect. But then within the game, there's professional respect that and courtesy that you show to other players in a brutal game. And Huddersfield tonight, they've just gone out almost like, well, if we can't win, we'll just go out and be shithouses. And they're going to get what they deserve from this game, which is nothing. Greenwood, they're deliberately trying to stop the game, the deliberate penalty. Garth Smith says, man of the match candidates. Ooh, there's a few, mate. There's a few. Zach Eckersley again. Done well in defence, got his try. It's a good job Flanagan hadn't been on in the first half, mate, or else he would have been a candidate as well for Huddersfield. Smith's done nothing wrong. Jaifield's done, well, apart from that knock on, but he's done everything else perfectly. Nobody's played badly for Wigan. Taylor Kerr's trying to break the line there. He's brought down 4 yards short. Yeah, that'd be a tricky one, that, mate. For me, at the minute, we've got 4 minutes left, I'd be going with Wigan are in at the corner. Zach Eckersley's got that ball down, boys and girls. That's sealed it, mate, for me. That's sealed it. Garth Smith, Zach Eckersley, man of the match. 2 tries, great in defence as well. But ultimately, I mean, that's a good kick from Harry Smith as well, but 18 tries this season now for Eckersley. Harry Smith put a great kick in there, but Eckersley's got to be in that position, and we're just seeing it again. So it was on the 10, then he's pointing to the right is Harry Smith, then with his left foot he just puts a little chip kick through, and that man, Johnny on the spot, Zach Eckersley, 2 tries on the evening for the Warriors. He's got to go down as my man of the match. We'll see what these lot go with afterwards, but I'm pretty sure he's getting it. Garth Smith, are you happy? Sir Morgini, are you happy? Leo Tang 19, are you happy? Frankie James, are you happy? Sound like the Norwegians. Was it the Norwegians or the Danes? When they beat England, going back along the commentator. Maggie Thatcher, are you happy? If you've never seen it, have a look at it. Jim Lenihan's got a sombre look on his face. Right, I've got to bring my clock down. 77:34. Sir Morgini, Warriors put one more try to come. Sermo, have you had a bet on this? Have you had a wager? Let us know if you have. Let us know what your wager is if you don't mind, mate. We'll cheer it on. We'll cheer it on. Wigan 10, Huddersfield 10, Wigan 18. This is done now. It's a done rubber. It's a done rubber. They're going short from the kick-off, and it's gone out on the full. That's Flanagan. That's the first mistake he's made all night, I think. Well, since he came on at half-time. Right, so Wigan. Got to get this clock right. It's not me, it's them who keep changing their clock. I want it right for you guys. I don't think it's too much to ask for you to have the right time on the board. Partington drives it in. Up to Huddersfield's 30. Wigan see this set of 6 out. That'll be the game done. Who a pass from Cade Elliser, slips out of his hands, but picked up by Wardle. Lost about 10 yards there, but it matters not. He just goes into contact. Happy to take the tackle 25 yards out, central. I'd go for a drop goal if I was Wigan. Just rub Huddersfield's nose in it. 3 tackles gone. Brad O'Neill, dummy half, flings one left to Harry Smith. He's running laterally now, looking for the gap, can't find it. Garth Smith says, man of the match candidates. Yeah, I've done man of the match, Garth Smith. Definitely for me. Zach Eckersley or Harry Smith. Out of them 2, I would go with Eckersley. And especially now he's in at the corner, mate. And not only in at the corner, he's got in at the corner and then run right round the back of Huddersfield and put the ball down under the post. Garth Smith, Zach Eckersley, man of the match. Anybody disagrees with that? Let me know why. You'll be struggling. You'll be struggling to tell me why I'm wrong. And the clock's stopped on 79:14. 19 tries now for Zach Eckersley. 3 on the evening. Three on the evening. 12 points from Eckersley alone. Garth Smith says, over the moon, pal. Do you know what I'm over the moon with, Garth Smith? The Wigan victory and the fact that you've joined me in live chat tonight, along with Frankie James and Sir Morgini and Leo Tang 19. Love it when people come in live chat, mate. Because otherwise it's just me talking and commentating on a game and giving my opinion, which I'm happy to do. I enjoy doing it. But obviously when you can interact with people and get other people's thoughts as well, much better live stream. I'm still waiting for Sir Morgini to tell me why Sir Morgini is a name. And there we go. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Huddersfield 10, Wigan 24. Little bit closer than the scoreline suggests. But Wigan got what they deserved tonight. Huddersfield got what they deserved, excuse me, which was nothing. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Sermo, I'm going to have to end the stream shortly. If you're going to tell us why Sermo Genie, I'll give you 60 seconds. I don't know what Kieran and Tiny Milne are laughing at, but they're having a right good laugh. They found something funny. Unlike Jim Lenihan in the stands, he looks a little bit... Oh, he's got a smile on his face now. Garth Smith says, thanks, Jimmy. You're more than welcome, mate. You're more than welcome. Now, next live stream, by the way, that's going to be the cricket on Sunday. England and India, the final ODI. 1-1 in the series, so that game, winner takes all. Don't forget as well, Sunday evening, World Cup, isn't it? I'm not going to live stream that, I don't think. There'll be loads of people doing it. Goldbridge will be doing that as well. So I might listen to Goldbridge and have it on the TV. England are playing tomorrow night. That's the game nobody wants to play in, isn't it? That third place game, it should just be scrapped. All the players will want to do now is get home and get back training ready for the start of the season, and they've got to hang around and play a game that... Does anybody really give a shit about finishing third? Not really. Not really. It's probably just a bit of another money spinner. Another game they can fit in. Well, Sermo, you're not going to tell us what Sermo Genie is. Leo Tang 19's not going to tell me if he is actually Leo Tang 19 himself. If you don't know who Leo Tang 19 is, have a look. A boxer with a bright future. Already had a bright career for one so young. But if you ever want to come on, Leo Tang, like I said, send me an email. If you want me to interview you, I'd be more than happy to do so, mate. So, I can't have a look at the league now, my laptop's died. That'll be Wigan moving. Let's have a look. Where are they going to go? Are they going to go level with... Let's have a butchers at the standings. Oh, I think... Have they given Adam Kieran man of the match? Adam Kieran... yeah, Adam Kieran's been given man of the match. Fair enough. Didn't do anything wrong, played well. Always funny when you hear... I never expect to hear Adam Kieran. And whenever you do hear him, I can see his mouth moving, but I know he's got that Aussie voice. Yeah, Wigan, they move above Wakefield on points difference, both on 28. So league table as it stands now, Leeds on top with 30 points. They've got a game in hand over the Warriors, who are in second on 28 points. Wakefield 28 points. Warrington 24 points in fourth. They've got 2 games in hand though. But if Warrington don't win tomorrow against Hull KR, they could drop down to 6th in the table. Currently they're 4th. If they lose tomorrow against Hull KR and St Helens win, which St Helens will beat, St Helens have beat Catalan Dragons, so they're on 24. So hang on, let me work this out now, because St Helens' next game is against Wigan on the 24th at Wigan. That's going to be another bruising encounter. So if Warrington lose tomorrow, Hull KR will move on to 24 points, and I think they will move above, in fact they'll move above Warrington, so Warrington will drop to 5th. Lee knocking on the door, aren't they? It's vital that Lee beat Hull FC tomorrow, because they'll move level on points if they do with St Helens. It's getting tight at the top, isn't it? Catalan Dragons, forget that, in 8th place now. There's 6 teams, the top 6, and there's it's going to be a top 6 from 7. We know who's going to be towards the top. Leeds, Wigan, nailed on. I've got a feeling Wakefield have got a bad run in them, so I wouldn't put them nailed on to be in the top 2 at the end of the season. I think it's going to be Leeds and Wigan battling it out for League Leaders Shield, and then I think 4 places in the top 6, it's going to be Wakefield, Warrington, Saints, OKR and Lee. One of them teams is going to have to drop out. So who it's going to be, I don't know. I don't know. If things carry on going like they are for Warrington, it could be Warrington purely because of their injuries. They're going to have to overcome them injuries, and I think they might do it. And I think they might start tomorrow by beating OKR. We'll see. We'll see. Matty Pete's being interviewed. He's got another smile on his face. I don't know what's going on here. Been on them happy pills again. So, yeah. It's going to be an interesting weekend of Rugby League. It's going to be a hell of a running at the end of this season. So all that's left for me to say is, thanks for joining me. If you haven't done so already, watch this. Please hit that subscribe button. Getting all these little gadgets here. Yeah, please hit that subscribe button, and if you don't mind giving it a like. If you don't want to subscribe, just likes are important, because it lets YouTube know that we're putting decent content out, and they'll push the stream further. So if you can do that for me, that's all I ask. I'll be ever so grateful. In live chat, Garth Smith said, thanks Jimmy, you're more than welcome, mate. And the poll, 89% we think Wigan will win. Will Huddersfield win tonight? 89% think no. 11% think yeah. 11% of you are wrong. 37 votes in there. Thanks to everybody who voted. I'm going to go now, and do you think put my feet up? Oh no, I'm going staining the kitchen floor. Busy. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Enjoy the weekend. Join me in live chat on Sunday for the cricket, England and India. I look forward to seeing you then. That's all. Bye for now.